And good evening. We welcome you back to the Lakeland Center for the 2012 FHSAA Boys Basketball Finals, our fifth of 6 games on this opening day. We move over to Class 3A, the semifinal round. What a game we have for you tonight. The number 1 team in Class 3A, the Tampa Prep Terrapins, with a record of 29-1, and the number 6 Providence Stallions out of Jacksonville with a record of 28-2. Marty Paulman joining you courtside here at the Lakeland Center, along with the head coach of Northeast High School in St. Petersburg, Will White. And Coach, welcome back to Lakeland. We talked to you at the girls' finals last week here, and you had a chance to see a 2A semifinal. And tonight we moved to Class 3A, and really looking forward to a couple of big ball games between Tampa Prep and Providence. Then later tonight, Shorecrest Prep and Sagemont.
Yeah, I think 3A is just absolutely loaded. Both of these teams, like you said, number 1 and 6 ranked teams, and also Shorecrest and Sagemont, both phenomenal teams, like to shoot, get after it. So these are going to be great matchups. Both teams that advance, it's going to be a great finals.
Well, and we said Tampa Prep entering at 29-1. Their only loss in the season came in their very last game of the year. They lost to Lake Wales, who will be in the 5A semifinals coming up later this week, 60-47. And the starting lineup for the Tampa Prep Terrapins: number 3, junior guard Josh Heath, the son of University of South Florida coach Stan Heath, the point guard and the guard for Tampa Prep. Number 12, sophomore Greg Berlin. He also will play guard for the Terrapins. Number 24, senior Justin Peterson. Number 31, sophomore Marshall Holmes. And number 33, a junior Adonis Grabigui. And for Providence, their starters: number 1, 6'3", sophomore guard Grayson Allen. Number 25, a 6'3", junior guard Luke Ridley. Number 23, 6'3", senior guard Tyler Martin. Number 5, 6'7", senior forward Cameron Naylor. And number 33, a 6'7", freshman center Wyatt Walker. Providence is coached by Jim Martin, who's in his 13th year, the only coach in the history of this Providence program. They were state champions 2 years ago. They beat Tampa Prep, in fact, to win the Class 2A championship, 63-46. That team, of course, had Patrick Young, now at Florida. Stacey Poole Jr. was at Kentucky, now at Georgia Tech, and also Will Cummings, who is playing at Temple. And we'll tell you about Tampa Prep as well in a minute. And a reminder to buy DVDs of this game and every game of the 2012 FHSAA Boys Basketball Finals. Go to FHSAAsports.com if you'd like to get one for family, friends, or members of the team. Even makes a great gift. Go to FHSAAsports.com. And Tampa Prep was here a year ago. They lost to First Academy in the 2A semifinals. And Tampa Prep has been getting here, just falling a little bit short. Their coach, Shofino, in his 29th year, has 614 wins in his career at Tampa Prep.
Yeah, they've been here. This is their eighth time to the Final Four, never winning a state championship. So they've definitely been Cinderella, and they have that chip on their shoulder. They've been kind of the team to beat in 3A all year, although they just barely pulled out in the regional finals, a 1-point win over Orlando First Academy, a 1-point shot. First Academy actually had a shot to win it, just roll in and out. So the people in Tampa were definitely nervous and excited at the same time. And so they got past their big,
that's
hitch
a big,
in the road.
good team to beat, First Academy. Their road to Lakeland, you just mentioned beating First Academy 46-45. They beat Lakeland Christian 70-22 and McKeel 76-44 before that. And for Providence, they defeated Tallahassee McClay 63-45, Jacksonville Trinity Christian 67-26. They knocked off Daytona Beach Father Lopez 52-41. Providence winners of Region 1 and District 2. Tampa Prep winners of District 8 and Region 2. And we're underway. Providence wearing the white uniforms with the black letters and black stripes with gold trim. Tampa Prep in the black uniforms with the red letters and numerals, white stripes as well. 3-point try, top of the key, good by Luke Ridley. And Providence gets out to an early 3-0 lead.
That didn't take long at all. Providence kind of led by Cameron Naylor, 17 points, 11 rebounds, averaging a double-double.
He will be playing at the University of North Florida in Jacksonville next season. That's where Providence comes from. Also, Grayson Allen averaging almost 13 a game. Tyler Martin, the son of Coach Jim Martin, averaging 12.5 per contest. Driving in, shot no good off the back of the rim by Grabigui. And ball out of bounds will stay with Tampa Prep. Their leading rebounder from Providence, as you said, Naylor at 10.3 a game. Assist man is Martin, averaging almost 4 per game. And on the Tampa Prep side, the leading scorer is Devontae Morgan, averaging 16.3. There's a turnover now for Tampa Prep. Josh Heath averaging almost 12 points a game. Marshall Holmes at 10.7. Their leading rebounder is Grabigui at 7.6 per game. Leading assist man is Josh Heath, who averages 7.2. Free throw line jumper, no good, back of the rim by Naylor. And the loose ball ends up in the hands of Ephraim Levy for Tampa Prep, driving in and had his shot blocked, but a foul coming up on Naylor, I believe, will pick it up. His first team foul goes against Providence. I'm going to say actually it was on Wyatt Walker.
Yeah, Providence usually tries to keep the scores. If you look at their scores, they're more of a 60-point, kind of 65, 70 kind of range. Tampa Prep pushes the ball a little bit more. More of their games like in the 70s, but pretty well-balanced teams.
Free throw is short for Tampa Prep. Providence, again, state champs 2 years ago. Last year made it to the regional final, lost there as well. So they're back for the second time in 3 years here in Lakeland as the second free throw is good. So Morgan hits 1 of 2, and it's a 3-1 lead early for Providence as we are a little over a minute to go first quarter.
Little full court man press. Usually what you just want to do there is just clear out because you don't want to leave your other defenders around allowing for double teams.
Naylor will look to drive, then pass. It ends up in the hands of Ridley. It was tipped. Now tries to get inside to Walker, and we'll have a foul against Tampa Prep. Their first foul of the game, the Terrapins. And it will go on Adonis Grabigui.
These 1A, 2A teams have a tough turnaround in the sense they play Saturday and they come back here Tuesday, so there's not a lot of time to kind of get ready. Coach Finland from Tampa Prep, his son's a senior at Siena College, so he had to hop on a plane, go up there for senior night, deal with that, come back, try to get tapes, get ready for the game. But he's so experienced, he's ready to go. But it's been quite a 48, 72-hour period for him.
As pass in, nope, a foul before the shot. Allen did score, Grayson Allen, but it's going to be called a foul before the basket. And it'll go on Greg Berlin, his first.
Yeah, 3 total fouls between the two teams already in just over a minute, so calling it pretty tight here at the beginning of the game.
Tyler Martin will inbound for Providence, also a very good baseball player for the Stallions. See a lot of teams earlier today had a lot of football players on their basketball team. Here's Allen now at the top of the key. Over to Martin. Martin now back to Grayson Allen. Allen will drive inside free throw line. They floater with the right hand. No good. Naylor had the rebound and lost it out of bounds. And they'll say Tampa Prep ball. Good crowd on hand tonight from both schools. Tampa Prep with a nice crowd. Not about 30 minutes or so here from Lakeland.
Yeah, pretty easy drive. Just get on I-4, come on over. So you kind of see a little bit of an advantage to the local teams, the Winter Havens, the Polk County schools, Hillsborough schools.
Lake Wales will be here later in the week.
Yep, Orlando school. So
alley-oop, and he couldn't come up with it. Devontae Morgan thought he may have been fouled as Heath went up top, but Providence gets the turnover, and now the Stallions back to action. Grayson Allen now at the top of the key.
They were looking for an alley-oop there as well.
Martin into Naylor left wing. Naylor being guarded by Levy. Now Naylor fall-away jumper is short from 15, rebounded by Heath.
Yeah,
Heath
that's a tough fadeaway shot.
Heath up and under. Nice shot under or pass underneath, but it's now blocked back out to Grabigui. He'll look to drive, and he traveled.
Yeah, I was listening to the radio earlier this year, and Stan Heath was talking about they asked him about Tampa Prep, and he's like, well, I'm not sure how much I could really talk about it with high school players and this and that, or going to games. So I wonder sometimes that makes it difficult because there's all sorts of rules about hanging around high school players and stuff. But when it's your son, being able to be there.
And the layup is good underneath for Wyatt Walker. Well, we've seen it the last few years here, Doc Rivers with Austin Rivers, and we know that's a pretty high-profile guy, the head coach of the Boston Celtics, who has been here to watch games. Of course, he still lives in Orlando as the ball taken away by Providence. I don't know, looking for Coach Heath, he's been here the last couple of years. I don't believe USF is playing tonight. They last played on Sunday, but they're trying to make it in the NCAA tournament for the first time in almost 20 years.
Yeah, they got a nice shot. They've been doing really well there in the Big East, and a big couple close wins, just a 1-point win the other day.
Against Cincinnati, as the jumper missed. Naylor with a putback's no good, but he draws a foul as Allen missed a shot at the top of the key, and we'll have our third foul already against Tampa Prep.
Yeah, that's Naylor. Naylor is, again, their go-to guy, trying to get the ball inside. Real strong, sleek, kind of get you inside, outside. Second on the team even in assists. So points, rebounds, assists. But you have two other people. You have Martin and Allen both averaging double digits. So 3 pretty consistent scores for Providence. Meanwhile, you have Tampa Prep with 4 people averaging double digits.
And Naylor hits the first free throw. Providence 28-2. We talked about Tampa Prep. This might be the best combined record between two teams we have in a semifinal game. 57-3.
Yeah, I wrote that down, and that's unbelievable to just because you'd think you just have more hiccups along the way, even if you have a great team. Just a game where everybody's off, but pretty dominating both teams all year.
And the free throw in and out for Naylor hit 1 of 2 at 6-1. Providence 2 losses were to Father Lopez, 65-58, and they came back to beat in the regional final as Grabigui misses, but he's fouled. He'll shoot 2. The other loss came to University School down in Fort Lauderdale, another good program. So Tampa Prep's only loss was to Lake Wales, a 5A semifinalist, as the foul goes on Cameron Naylor, his first. Second team foul at the line. Adonis Grabigui will shoot 2. And the free throw in and out.
I always like seeing coaches in suits. I just could never get away with that. Just
both coaches are.
Yeah, too constricting, and eventually I'm going to get mad and take the jacket off and throw it and get a technical or something. So it's easier just to collar shirt it myself.
We're the collared shirt guy.
That's just it.
Well, you know, I would kind of be like that too, I think. I'm not a shirt and tie guy, and I'd like to be able to move around and get excited.
Yes, exactly. And then by the end of the game, if it's been close, your tie's hanging out and your jacket's off. And
turnover. Heath ahead, and the dunk missed by Marshall Holmes. As Heath had to steal at midcourt, he made the pass ahead, but they missed the dunk.
Holmes only a sophomore, but played like a senior right there. Took it up strong. That was good defense not to foul him.
Naylor drives the baseline, and he tried to throw one up, and he's fouled. As they're going to call the undercut on Devontae Morgan, his first fourth-team foul. Looking at Tampa Prep's lineup, they start with 2 seniors and 3 juniors. Providence with 2 seniors and a freshman, a sophomore, and a junior. So a little youth on the Providence side as Naylor is again at the line to shoot 2. He hit 1 of 2 earlier, and he rolls that one in. Early 7-2 lead now for the Stallions, with now actually 4:20 to go in the opening quarter.
Yeah, both teams attacking really hard, trying to take it to the rim. Providence just been a little bit more likely, got a couple more fouls.
And the free throw is good, so Naylor hits both. He has 3 points, and Providence leads it by 6. Joe Finland, 29 years, a graduate of Wisconsin lacrosse, and Waukesha Catholic Memorial is from Wisconsin.
Yeah, you see a lot of northern coaches. We talked about that last week.
Yeah, Midwest, that's true. There's a 3 by Heath. It's good. And Josh Heath knocks it down. And that is the first basket of the game for Tampa Prep. They cut it down to an 8-5 Providence lead.
Yeah, you look for this to be a back-and-forth game. You know, just looking at it and feeling like it's like a boxing match. Both teams coming out kind of feeling each other's punches. I think they both kind of realize they're pretty similar to one another, so it's going to be a pretty consistent game.
Tyler Martin way out for 3, hits it.
Unless you're hitting from 23 feet, then you might be able to pull away a little bit.
That's another coach's son. He's the coach of the Providence. Coach Jim Martin hits the 3. It's 11-5, and Tampa Prep looking for that elusive first state title. Runners up in 97. They were in 99, and we mentioned 2010. And they've also been here in 2007, 2009, and last year. They've been here now 4 years in a row and just haven't quite got over the hump to win that state title, but they're here very regularly as Heath tried to get it underneath. Does it Grabigui. His right-handed hook shot good. Nice shot over Naylor. Naylor, I think, wanted a foul. Grabigui scores.
Yeah, if anything, he used that offhand. I call that the Kobe Bryant. Go for that shot and you use that left hand and kind of create enough space to go in. It's really hard for officials to see that, so he did a really good job there creating space.
Here's Ridley underneath to Jaleel Green. Now back to Ridley. Now to Martin, top of the key. Here's Allen looking to drive in. Left-handed shot, no good. Off the rim, rebounded by Grabigui. And Tampa Prep now with the ball down 4. Heath looks to drive. Now to the right wing. 3-point try is good. And that's Devontae Morgan. He has 4, and now Tampa Prep within 1, 11-10.
Devontae Morgan, first Hillsborough County player to play in 4 Final Fours, according to the Tampa Bay Times.
Martin ahead half court to Ridley. Pull up 18-footer, in and out, no good. Naylor had it, then lost it. Heath on the run out. This is Holmes. Holmes will drive up and lay it in, and now all of a sudden Tampa Prep has the lead.
Just like that, you know, both of these have some quick scoring offenses. I'm really impressed with Heath so far. Really good ball control, drive, pitch, look to make that pass.
Martin almost lost it, now to Ridley, cross court to Allen. Now Allen back to Martin, way out. Now he'll look to drive around Heath instead to Ridley, as we now have 1:48 to go here, opening period. Providence led it early. Tampa Prep now up 1. Allen on the left wing, driving in, right-handed hook, good, no good, back of the rim. Naylor had it and lost it. Ends up in the hands of Ridley again, tried to draw a foul, and he did.
Well, I'm not sure about that. That's a pretty good job going straight up, I thought.
It looked like Ridley was just driving in to try and get contact, and you're right, it was a close call as they're going to get the foul on Grabigui, and that's his second, so that's a big call. 15 foul with 1:31 to go first quarter. Going to have to Seager Bigway to go to the bench, and Joe Finland is up on the referee's face.
Yeah, you do. That's something you teach, though. Is usually most officials or most times you will get credit if you're the more intense player. So as long as you go in hard, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt. And that's a perfect example. Thought the defender was pretty good, but if you go in hard, they usually give the advantage to the offense, just like in football.
Ridley hits both. 5 points for Luke Ridley, and Providence retakes the lead, 13-12. We just get our immediate timeout. 1:31 to go. First quarter, our under 4 comes very late in this period, but a good back-and-forth game as we expected, and Providence leads it 13-12. Coming up tonight, Mike Radout will join Coach White for our second game in Class 3A. Should be a good one. Sagemont, 23-7, the defending 2A state champs, now in 3A, against Shorecrest Prep out of St. Pete, making their first appearance in the FHSAA finals with a record of 23-8. And I was looking at Shorecrest Prep. Boy, they like to score.
Oh my gosh, it's a little truth in advertising. They're pretty close to my house, actually. So I saw them. They're not a traditional team I'd go watch, but I went and watched them play our high school team, and I was so enamored with how they played. I went and watched 3 or 4 more games, and they will just shoot the lights out. They'll shoot from 25, 26 feet, and their motto is do what we do, and so they're not afraid to put the ball up. They won a regional quarterfinal game 101-97.
Over Bradenton Christian, and they scored 86 against Evangelical Christian in the region final. In the district tournament, they scored 83, 77, and 85. During the regular season, they had 102 in a double overtime game, 84 in another game, 97 in Brooks DeBarlow, 97 in an overtime game as well. So should be a good game. Sagemont, a big team. Shorecrest will be a little smaller, to try and run around the Sagemont Lions.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup there. Shorecrest has one big guy, but then after that, there's not a whole lot of size.
Heath, reverse layup, good. He drives the baseline, and Josh Heath has 5. Nice move from the left wing.
Yeah, nice spin on that. He couldn't quite get enough over there, so he used the spin on the ball to get the ball in there. That was a real smart move.
Tampa Prep back up 1.
1-3-1 half-court trap.
A minute to go first quarter. Martin now over to Ridley. Nice passing. Naylor, and he swings it into Allen, who misses the dunk. Off the feed in from Green. One too many passes. Green was open underneath, and he tried to do the unselfish play, and Allen, boy, he came out of nowhere, but he missed the dunk.
Yeah, that's sort of our unwritten rule is like never pass to give someone else the same shot you already have. Mm-hmm. So if you have a 2-foot open shot, but you're going to pass it to someone else for a 2-foot open shot, just go ahead and make it. That's kind of what he did there. It's almost a little too unselfish.
Now faking a 3 and over to Heath. Now swung around to the right wing. Now in the right corner. This is Bernard Woodside. And they'll be back out now to Marshall Holmes as Tampa Prep going to their bench a bit. Heath will now pull it back out. Look to the Tampa Prep bench as we now have 25 seconds to go first quarter. Heath between the leg dribble, trying to go around Allen. Now turn around from 10 feet. Rolls out, no good. Naylor with a rebound. Good look for Josh Heath, just couldn't get it to go. And now Tyler Martin will run the ball across half court, and Providence.
Got to get it across.
What are they doing? Oh, they're waiting for a timeout. That's what they're doing. Jim Martin takes a timeout. A little strange. Maybe Tyler Martin lost his contact. That's what it is.
Yeah, this shouldn't be a timeout. If there was a contact, then
does that count?
Yeah, they're going to call him back out. Yeah.
Tyler,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Tyler Martin found it, but it looked strange because it looked like he wanted to pass the ball, and you could notice he was looking in that area for something, and that's what it was, a contact. But Providence will have the ball with 9.1 seconds to go in the period. And so
every pregame,
does that count as a timeout?
It does not, because every pregame they one of the things they talk about is if anybody loses a contact, let us know. Then again, I guess they're gonna call the timeout in order to give him time to put the contact in, because
they did in fact take the timeout.
Yeah.
So 4 remaining for Providence, their first timeout of the game. And it seems like it happens a lot more in basketball now. I know there's a lot of contact in basketball now, but players losing their contact lenses, I'm sure it's kind of easy to do.
Yeah, get hit across the face or whatever. I wear contacts when I play, but it's pretty easy to lose. It doesn't take much to kind of rub across the eye for it to pop out. I'm surprised they find it so much. I mean, it's down on the ground, but they found it. Here, this great Lakeland Center, the lights are so good, it just kind of jumped off the floor.
Right on the green. Green and black, the lanes are painted here. Of course, obviously, this is the George Jenkins Arena, Publix Arena, and that's the colors of the Lakeland Center Arena here. The Publix colors, you can say.
I love it.
The Publix, of course, headquartered here in Lakeland.
Every time I go by Publix, I just think Final Four. I swear.
All right, pass into Martin. 5 seconds to go. Now for Tyler Martin, top of the key. Needs to try a shot. Naylor will try a three right wing. Doesn't go. Good look for Cameron Naylor, and that's the end of the first period. So a good back and forth quarter. Tampa Prep leads Providence 14-13 in this first 3A semifinal. You're watching the 2012 FHSAA Boys Basketball Finals. Wow, that was loud.
That was loud.
From the Lakeland Center, here the FHSAA Network will return in just a moment.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
All right, welcome back to the Lakeland Center. Marty Palmer along with Coach Will White as we head to the second quarter. And we've got ourselves a close one. It's 14-13. Tampa Prep leading Providence by 1.
Yeah, I think both teams pretty evenly matched. Kind of like some different styles. You know, Providence trying to get the ball into Naylor, but some good outside shooters and everything. Tampa Prep, again, real balanced. Heath doing a good job kind of distributing the ball. Tampa Prep is a little short now with Robigui out with that second foul that we thought was kind of questionable. So if they can Tampa can hang around a little while, that's going to be okay because they know they got him coming back.
All right, we're back to action with the Tampa Prep Terrapins with the ball. This is Josh Heath running the point.
Now they go 1-3-1 half-court trap.
Nice pass, and the layup good for Marshall Holmes. Almost an alley-oop.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of 1-3-1 in boys basketball because that cross-court pass, backside block is so wide open. That's exactly where you have to attack. They got the play there, and then Providence had missed the dunk, but against the same defense.
Now Naylor will pull up from 15, short left baseline, rebounded by Tampa Prep. Now the Terrapins on a run. This is Woodside. And Woodside now back out to the top of the key to Morgan. Morgan now to Josh Heath. Heath drives in. He'll pull up right-handed floater short. And the loose ball ends up in the hands of Cameron Naylor. Tampa Prep shot 63% in the first quarter. 5 of 8, 2 for 2 from three-point range. Providence 3 of 12, 25%. Not a lot of difference here. The rebounds were 8-4 for Tampa Prep. Only 1 turnover for Providence in the first quarter, 4 for Tampa Prep. They did have 3 assists, so very even first quarter.
Yeah, just getting a few more free throws to cancel that out, so pretty even.
Tampa Prep thought they had an offensive foul. Now, do we have an offensive foul? A little bit of question here. Joe Finland asked the question. No, it is going to be on Ephraim Levy, his first. Levy picks up his first foul. That's the 6th team foul. Levy looked like he thought it was an offensive foul. So only 1 more foul, and Providence is in the 1-on-1.
Yeah, those are a couple of big calls, and, you know, you pay attention to both of those questionable ones, according to Coach Finland. They're from the same guy.
And the inbounds pass goes into Grayson Allen, who lays it in. So Allen serves basket, and Providence back within 1.
Normally you wouldn't worry about those things as much, but again, everything's heightened when you come here. Every foul, every turnover just means that much more.
Morgan with a fall away. It's no good. Rebounded underneath by Wyatt Walker, the center, a freshman, gets the rebound, the starting center for the Stallions.
You know, 17-foot jumpers just kill a coach. You know, if you're going to shoot from that far, you almost need it to be 3.
Ridley gets it to Allen. Allen driving up and under, misses the shot off the glass, and the loose ball ends up with Holmes. Now a 3-on-2 for Tampa Prep. Now Providence hits back, and the layup missed underneath by Woodside, and the loose ball ends up with Naylor. So another rebound for Cameron Naylor. In that first quarter, 5 points for Josh Heath, leading the way for Tampa Prep. Devontae Morgan with 4, Marshall Holmes with 4, Adonis Grabigli with 3 for Providence, Luke Ridley with 5 points, Tyler Martin and Cameron Naylor with 3, 2 for Wyatt Walker, now 2 for Grayson Allen. Naylor now at the top of the key, cross-court pass into the corner. Allen drives the baseline and falls and lays it in off the glass. Nice drive by Grayson Allen, who has 4 points here in the second quarter, and Providence moves back up 1.
Wouldn't surprise me to see a lot of lead changes here. Just kind of going back and forth, back and forth. Both teams, again, pretty evenly matched.
Heath cross court to an open 3 for Holmes, who hits it. Marshall Holmes with 7. 5 in the second. Third 3 of the game for Tampa Prep. Providence is at 2, and it's a 2-point lead again for the Terrapins.
He came off the bench, but he's their second leading scorer. Correct, third leading scorer.
Now here is Cameron Naylor. to the right wing. Now to Ridley. Ridley will drive the baseline over defender. Misses the shot. Loose ball on the floor. Ridley had it. Then to Allen, and Allen's going to pull it back out. Now he'll look to drive right back. Allen off the glass. Can't get it to go. Loose ball on the floor. We'll have a foul on Providence over the back.
Yeah, he's missed, for Providence, Allen's missed 3 or 4 point-blank shots, kind of going in maybe a little out of control, just short, but he's getting to the rim, just not finishing. You already see one jacket off.
The foul on Luke Ridley, his first. It's a third team foul on Providence with 4:59 to go in the period. We'll have a Tampa Prep. We'll check Greg Berlin back in. He has 2 fouls for Morgan. And Tampa Prep with a 2-point lead in the ball.
I don't know these coaches, but we'll see how many ties are in and jackets are on by the end of the game.
Yeah, Coach Martin losing his jacket, as you said, for Providence. Joe Finley keeping his on the Tampa Prep side. Berlin now cross court to Holmes. Now in the corner for 3. It's no good. Back rim by Levy. And the rebound goes to Tyler Martin.
Yeah, Tampa Prep's looking to push it a little bit more on their rebounds. Providence looking to slow it down just a little bit.
Now Martin over in the corner. Now Allen will pull up from 15, short on the baseline, and the rebound to Tampa Prep. Providence will get called over the back again on the rebound.
Yeah, Allen's just short, just a little bit on all of his shots. That's kind of the time, I'd like to kind of take them out for a sub, even if it's just for 10, 15 seconds, just talk to him real quick. Hey, I like what you're doing. You're attacking. You're doing a good job. Everything's just a little bit short, so use your legs. Finish it a little bit more, but keep playing. Give him that confidence.
Wyatt Walker picks up his second foul, 4th team foul. Holmes with a right-handed floater. It's too strong. Rebounded by Martin. As we approach the halfway point of the second quarter in a 2-point game. Our first 3A semifinal of the day. Earlier today with the 1A and 2A semifinals. Tomorrow the 1A championship game at 10:05 a.m. between Hawthorne and Chipley. The 2A championship at 2:35 p.m. tomorrow will be between Champagnat Catholic. That's a long 3, but Naylor missed the tip. And a foul again on Providence on the rebound. 2A final tomorrow. Champagnat Catholic will play against Orlando Christian Prep, which was very impressive this afternoon. And a 76-30 win over FAMU as Naylor picks up his second foul. 15 foul on Providence.
Yeah, you see Coach Martin over there making sure Naylor understands he has 2 fouls. And that's that debate in the second quarter is like when you have someone with 2 fouls. Do you trust them to keep them in there and not get their 3rd foul?
Well, with 3:42 to go in the second quarter, we have a media timeout with Tampa Prep leading Providence 19-17. And Marty Paulman courtside here at the Lakeland Center along with the head coach of Northeast High School, Will White. And I know, Will, Coach, we had you on earlier today, but you want to just tell a little bit about the audience, a little bit about yourself and your team.
Yeah, I'm at Northeast High School in St. Pete, but I was a Boca Ciega girls coach for 8 years, and we came here 3 times, losing in a state championship one of those years. And I was with the boys program before that, and we came here and lost to Haines City, eventual state champions, and I think 03. So I've come here quite a few times in the Final Four. It's just such a great venue, and kind of to share in the excitement with the players and the coaches that put in a lot of time. So it's real exciting for everybody. Nice crowd tonight too.
Now we have a good crowd tonight, and as the week goes on, we'll see it pick up. And I know on Saturday, Friday night, we'll have some big crowds. Lake Wales probably will bring a good amount of fans, as will Winter Haven. You should expect that from Polk County nearby, but still the night crowds will be, I think, pretty good throughout the week. As we are now back to action. Tampa Prep with a 2-point lead in the ball. And side, layup good for Morgan. He draws the foul and a chance for a 3-point play on the pass in from Josh Heath. 6 for Morgan, and that is on Naylor, his 3rd.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Surprised.
That risk, that risk keeping somebody in there, like your big-time player, understanding if they can play with fouls or not. That is huge foul for Providence.
And Jim Martin going to go down the bench and talk to Naylor. So you got to be a little more careful than that when you got 2 fouls. As Morgan scored the basket, it's a 4-point lead for Tampa Prep. The free throw's short.
Look for them to go into some sort of different defense. Their coaches were really calling a real specific play. It's one of those things you look for as a coach is you look at the other coach and see their hand signals.
And then a turnover. Heath had it, and he's fouled. Good pressure again by Tampa Prep. Providence will turn it over for only the 3rd time today, but Tampa Prep did put the pressure on that time. Jaleel Green, who just checked in for Naylor, picks up his first foul. Now 17 fouls on Providence. And Heath will shoot the 1-and-1. Tampa Prep now in the 1-and-1 for the rest of the half as Heath hits the free throw. He has 6, and it's a 5-point lead, biggest lead of the game for either team, 22-17.
Yeah, Providence right now, if I'm Coach Martin, just hoping to keep it right around this, with their best player out, Tampa Prep making a run of it. You just don't want the game to get out of hand right now.
Second free throw is in and out, no good. Rebounded by Tyler Martin. Now to Green, again pressure by the Terrapins. Martin across half court to Ridley, back to Martin. Martin now dribbling in and tried to get it underneath and threw it away. Now ball on the floor, and Morgan able to get it off to Woodside. Now Woodside to Heath, almost taken away again. It ends up in the hands of Morgan. Morgan in the corner. Levy will drive in to get it to the left corner. Now swing back to Heath. Heath down to the right wing to Morgan. Pass tipped away. It ends up in Levy's hands. Levy tries to get it underneath. He does. Missing the layup underneath is Berlin, but the loose ball back out to Morgan. Tampa Prep getting everything their way right now.
Yeah, that was good leadership by Berlin for Tampa Prep. You really see them putting his hands up, hey, let's calm down, fellas. Let's get set up there. 3-2 zone for Providence.
Heath inside to Morgan, back to Heath. 2:22 to go in the period, and Tampa Prep passes it around. Levy back to Heath. Heath traveled. Too many steps. He tried to take the ball around Grayson Allen, and Heath commits the turnover.
That's one of my big pet peeves anymore is they call that a travel, and I think it's just a change of direction, but the pivot foot's still staying on the ground. And anytime you rock from one place to the other, you change your directions without a dribble, they're going to call it travel. So they're real consistent with it, but I think it's a good move.
Providence ball into Allen. Grayson Allen now with Heath on him across half court. Now to Green. Green out to Ridley. 3 right wing for Ridley is good. Luke Ridley hits his second 3 and a half. He has 8 points, and Providence back within 2. It's 22-20. Under 2 minutes to go first half.
Yeah, that's a good job against any sort of half-court trapping defense. If you can get the ball to the middle, to the backside, you always have numbers on the backside. So they did a good job there of reversing the ball and getting that wide open 3.
Now here's Woodside in the corner. Levy back to Woodside, now to Heath. Heath will try a deep 3. It's good.
I see your 3 and I raise you 3.
9 for Heath. He's hit 2 threes in the half. And Tampa Prep has 4 threes in the first half. They're back up 5. Ridley will try to answer, and he does.
Well, I see your raise of 3, and I'll raise you 3.
Ridley's hit 3 of them in the first half. He has 11. It's a 2-point lead. What will Heath do? Oh, he's going to pass it this time. I thought he might try another one. Pass tipped away by Green. It's stolen. Providence on the run. Green between Heath. Lost it out of bounds, and they're going to say it went off of Jaleel Green. So Providence gets the turnover, but then they turn it right back over with 1:06 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, I was out of 3-point references, so I didn't know where I was going to go with that. I'm not sure I'd seen 4 in a row here at the Lakeland Center. This is traditionally a tough place to shoot, but you wouldn't know that this half.
Well, here comes Heath across half court. Under a minute to go. And Heath across half court. To Morgan, right wing. Now Woodside to Josh Heath. Now into the corner, and travel called on Marshall Holmes. Right in front of me, I didn't see it, but that's the call. 41 seconds to go.
Yeah, and again, they're real consistent with that, and but I still think it's a good move. But we tell our players, you always have to adjust to the officials. They're never going to adjust to you, so you have to keep that in mind and make sure that you put a dribble in before you start to change of direction.
Now Allen to the top of the key. Now to Green. Providence could hold for the last shot. We'll see if they will. Into Walker now, the top of the key, back to Martin.
Flex offense, which you always have a baseline cutter.
Martin gets it back from Ridley now. 15 seconds to go.
Now they're going to a spread.
Now they're going to wait it out for the last shot. Martin with now 10 and 9 to the left wing. Over to Ridley. Ridley into Walker. Walker between 2 defenders. Got blocked from behind. Heath gets the loose ball with 2 seconds, 1 second, and they'll get a shot off. They won't get anywhere near the basket. And that'll be the end of a very competitive, low-scoring first half. But it was a 1-point Tampa Prep lead at the end of the first quarter. And at the half, they lead Providence by 2, 25-23. Marty Palmer along with Coach Will White here at the Lakeland Center. We'll take a break and come back for the second half of this first Class 3A semifinal. You're watching the 2012 FHSAA Boys Basketball Finals from the Lakeland Center here on the FHSAA Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
Let's go,
Welcome back to the Lakeland Center, the 2012 FHSAA Boys Basketball Finals, and our first 3A semifinal of the day. Tampa Prep leads Jacksonville Providence 25-23. Marty Paulman back courtside with the head coach at Northeast High School in St. Petersburg, Will White, as we take a look at our first half stats. Tampa Prep 9 of 18 from the floor, 4 of 5 from three-point range, 3 of 7 at the line, 7 assists to 7 turnovers. Good ratio for Tampa Prep. 2 offensive rebounds, 13 defensive rebounds. Providence struggled a bit shooting, 7 for 24. They were 4 of 6 from three-point range, 5 of 6 to the line, 7 assists, only 4 turnovers for Providence, and 4 offensive rebounds, 9 defensive rebounds. So, as you would expect, pretty even stats, although Tampa Prep shooting right at 50%. But the turnovers, Providence only with 4, and they've also, both teams shooting really well from the three-point line.
Yeah, when you see stats like that, you know it's going to be a close game. Everything's pretty close there. Yeah, but like you said, 8 of 11 three-pointers combined for the two teams. That's very rare here, so we'll see if either of the teams can continue that streak.
All right, Providence will get the ball to start the second half, and Ridley will inbound to Tyler Martin. He'll drive across half court. Devontae Morgan guarding him for the Tampa Prep Terrapins. Now to Wyatt Walker, trying to get it underneath the Naylor, and then it was stripped away, stolen by Grabigui, who's back in. Now all the way down, Morgan had his shot partially blocked by Walker. He went down, no call, and Providence picks up the loose ball.
I think that was the Kobe Bryant again. He really tried to use that offhand, but the defender stayed really strong, and so that was good, really, really good no call there.
Now Allen over to Tyler Martin. Martin, the left wing again, Grayson Allen. Gets it into Naylor on the baseline. Naylor posting up on Levy. Now double team back out to Allen with Josh Heath on Allen. Now to Martin. And again, Allen is Providence very patient on this possession. Martin now to the free throw line at the top of the key. Walker. Walker now in trouble to Naylor. Naylor will try right-handed floater in and out from 12 feet. No good. Rebounded by Tampa Prep, but then taken away by Martin, and Heath able to come up with it.
It'll be interesting to see how hard Naylor plays with 3 fouls. Again, being that key piece of the Providence offense, we'll kind of see how aggressive he'll play.
Well, he only scored 3 points in the first half with those 3 fouls, and all from the free throw line. Heath up and under, lost it. First half totals, Tampa Prep only had 4 players score in the first half. Heath with 9. Marshall Holmes with 7, Devontae Morgan with 6 points, and Adonis Grabigui with 3 for Providence. They were led by Luke Ridley with 3 threes. He had 11 points, and then 4 points for Grayson Allen, 3 for Cameron Naylor, 3 for Tyler Martin, 2 points for Wyatt Walker. And we're still looking for a basket as Naylor able to make some separation and put it in off the glass from 10 feet. Wanted a foul, it looked like. Naylor with 5, but we're tied up against 25
He was
all.
definitely asking for the foul there, but I thought he dipped pretty well. He's got to be careful there. That very easily could have been offensive foul. It was a good no call, but he's got to be really, really careful with those 3 fouls.
Swung into the corner. It's Levy. Now Berlin swings it to Heath. Heath inside to Grabigui around Walker. Grabigui can't get it to go, but he's fouled. And we saw Adonis Grabigui go to the bench with 2 fouls there in the second quarter. Didn't play much in the period. He's going to shoot 2 this time. The first foul in the second half goes on Providence Wyatt's Walker. That's the 3rd on Walker. So now 2 players for the Stallions with 3 fouls. First team foul in the second half as the free throw rolls out. Grabigui now 1 of 3 at the line. He has 3 points.
Yeah, that's a big loss there because you lose, you go 6-7 and then you replace with 6-1. So that's going to take away a lot of their size inside, giving even more pressure to Naylor.
Free throw rolls out, so Grabigui misses both. The rebound to Naylor. Jaleel Green is back in for Providence, replacing Wyatt Walker. Now Tyler Martin across half court. Morgan right on him. Now off to Allen. Allen to the top of the key.
Just a sophomore.
Allen in between the leg dribble. Now to the right wing. Naylor lost it. He actually threw it off of the foot of Levy, but a foul on Ephraim Levy, it looks like. And it is his 2nd foul. First team foul, the second half on Tampa Prep. Providence will inbound under their own basket.
Yeah, Ridley doing a good job of calling out the inbounds play there. You need that vocal leader on the court really to help, because you can't always hear the coach, especially in situations like this. You need that floor leader.
Allen throws it deep to Tyler Martin. Now Martin dribbles to his left. Now into Naylor, Green, the free throw line. Bumps a little bit to get some room. Now dribbles to his right, off to Allen, right wing. Now Allen had it knocked away by Heath. Now back around Heath, and he picked up the foul. Shot no good, and I think they're going to get Josh Heath for the foul. That'll be his first.
Yeah,
that is the case.
Looking at Allen from Providence, it looks like just a typical basketball player, but he plays much bigger and stronger than his frame. You remember earlier he went up for that two-handed thunder dunk on the baseline, just missed it, and right there back and Heath down in. And Heath had him held pretty good, but Allen just a little bit stronger there in the block.
Allen going to shoot 2, and he hits the first free throw. 5 for Grayson Allen, and Providence regains the lead, 26-25.
Yeah, Allen, a real good overall player, 13 points, almost 5 rebounds, 3 assists, good free throw shooter.
And the second free throw coming for Allen, as you mentioned, good free throw shooter, he hits both. Yeah. 6 for Grayson Allen, and it's a 2-point Providence lead, 27-25.
Nice move, really confident, real confident sophomore.
Now Josh Heath to the right wing. Cross-court pass to Levy. He'll drive, and he's traveled.
Again, that call that we've talked about, again, I'm not quite sure, but they've been very consistent with it, and that's all you ever ask. So no one's really going to be complaining, as long as they're real consistent with it. You don't see either coach complaining about it.
So will be Providence ball. They're up by 2 as Grayson Allen will run the point for the Stallions this time across half court. Now to Naylor. Tampa Prep now double teams Naylor. Now to Allen. Allen around Morgan. Providence out deep. Cross to Martin. Now the top of the key again, it's Allen, and Allen almost had it taken away. It ends up in the hands of Martin to Naylor around 2 defenders. His shot was blocked underneath. Loose ball, though. Martin comes up with it in the corner. Now he'll lob it back out to Naylor, and then to Allen. Allen will drive, right-handed floater, no good. Loose ball by Naylor, no good. He missed the shot, but he's fouled. And that time Cameron Naylor working underneath, picked up a couple rebounds. He'll shoot 2.
And Naylor's sort of an Energizer bunny in there. He just doesn't really seem to stop, just keeps going after it.
Keeps going and going.
Just go, go, go. And they have him listed as 6'7". I think he's closer to 6'4", 6'5" myself, but, keeps working really hard and keeping the ball alive.
So at the line, as the free throw for Naylor is no good, and Cameron Naylor today now 3 of 5 at the line. He has 5 points. He'll get another one with 4:26 to go, third quarter. A reminder coming up tonight at between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. Mike Radout will join Coach Will White for our second 3A semifinal. It'll be Weston Sagemont taking on St. Petersburg Shorecrest Prep. The winner of that game will play the winner of this game on Thursday morning for the 3A state title at 10:05. Weird that you play these games just a few days after the regional final, then you get a day off. 1A and 2A come back and play tomorrow.
Yeah, not many of them do, like you said, do get the day off.
Yeah, 3A, the only classes that do are 3A, and then 4A will also get a day off as they'll play their final on Friday morning. Or pardon me, actually 4A won't, 5A will. They play the semifinals Thursday, the final Saturday. 3-point lead for Providence. Pass inside is stolen by Allen. Morgan threw it right to Grayson Allen, who was in front of Grabigui. As we now are under 4 minutes to go, third quarter, Providence with a 3-point lead. Tampa Prep hasn't scored in the third quarter. Martin gets around Morgan, right-handed floater doesn't go. Naylor with a tip in, no good. Loose ball on the floor, Naylor comes up with it again. Around 3 defenders, throws one up off the glass, wanted the foul. And instead, I think they're going to get Walker over the back. That'll be his 4th foul, and Providence had some good looks that time, couldn't get it to go. And that'll be the second team foul on Providence. 4th foul on Walker. He's going to have to come right back out. He just came back in. And that'll bring us to our third quarter media timeout. 3:39 to go here in the third quarter. And it's a 28-25 lead for Providence over Tampa Prep. Marty Palman along with the coach Will White courtside here at the Lakeland Center. And earlier today in Class 2A, we saw one very dominant performance. Orlando Christian Prep over Tallahassee FAMU 76-30, and then a much more even game this afternoon, our second 2A semifinal, which was won by Champagnat Catholic 69-65 of our Grandview Prep. So tomorrow in our 2A championship, Orlando Christian Prep and Champagnat Catholic.
Yeah, Champagnat with Jakiri, their big post player, 6'11" post player going to Miami, had a really dominant game. He was really fun to watch around the basket. Grandview Prep, I think the teams were pretty even. The difference maker was Jakiri for Champagnat. So whichever team does advance, Champagnat is going to match up a little bit better with the post, although I think either of these two teams probably has a little bit better outside game. So whoever advances, I see that to be a real competitive final.
That'll be tomorrow at 2.
I'm mixing up classifications there. That's 2A. They're playing OCP. That's right.
Orlando Christian Prep, who's obviously very good. That's going to be at 2:35 tomorrow. The 1A championship game tomorrow morning will be Hawthorne against Chipley at 10:05 as Grabigui dunks, but he was fouled beforehand. And the foul on Allen. Grayson Allen picks up his first. That's now
Maybe
three-team
look
foul.
at that free throw camera on that basket, probably just shaking and going and going.
So an inbounds for Josh Heath and Tampa Prep. He'll throw it into Morgan. Free top of the key is short. Naylor has another rebound, and Tampa Prep still looking for their first points of the third quarter.
Yeah, Providence getting a lot more shot attempts, but shooting a worse percentage, so that's been kind of evening out.
The offensive rebounds 8-2 as Providence scores inside. That's Cameron Naylor, who's starting to get going a little bit. He now has 8, and it's a 5-point lead for Providence. They've outscored Tampa Prep 7-0 here in the third quarter as we approach 3 minutes to go in the period. And Grabigui, he lost it, had it knocked away, gets it back, puts it in, draws the foul, and a chance for a three-point play. And this time, Joe Finland had his team get it inside to their big guy. He's able to lay it in, and a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They do like to seem to make a conscious effort to be getting the ball inside to Grabigui.
Grabigui has 5 points. Fouls on Jalil Green, his second. That's now the 4th team foul on Providence. Tampa Prep with 3 team fouls. The free throw, though, no good. Back of the rim, but rebounded by Woodside, and then traveling called on Tampa Prep.
That's one of the most frustrating things as a coach. You got one rebounder in there for Tampa Prep, and you have 4 Providence players, and the Tampa Prep guy gets the rebound.
So Providence ball, the lead is 3, 30-27. So we now go under 3 minutes here in the third quarter. This 3A state semifinal game. Naylor
wants to clear it out.
Yeah, asking for a clear out. Now being guarded by Grabigui way out near half court. Now trying to dribble around him. Lots of dribbling. Turnaround jumper was blocked by Grabigui from the free throw line. Allen, though, gets the loose ball. Back to Tyler Martin. Now to Allen. Allen at the top of the key. Boy, Tampa Prep all over. Martin way out for 3. No good back of the rim. Loose ball on the floor, and Morgan comes up with it right in front of the Providence bench. Now Morgan ahead of Grabigui has a run out. Oh, he missed the layup. I don't know if he hurt something or if he wanted to dunk and couldn't figure out what it was. What he wanted to do is really had it stolen away, though. Now loose ball, Heath has it. Now fought for with Allen. Allen gets the ball, and what do we have? A jump ball. Providence wanted the timeout. The jump ball gives it back to Tampa Prep. Allen wanted a timeout. Jim Martin's on the floor saying he called timeout.
Yeah, it didn't look like Tampa Prep had any part of that ball, and so he comes in and called the jump ball. So Providence are trying to get a timeout to keep the ball.
That's a wild scenario there. I don't know what happened to Grabigui. He was open, thought he was going to go in for a big dunk, and then decided, I guess he could decide whether to lay it up or dunk, and he missed the layup.
And that does go through your head. You had someone right behind you, so you're like, am I going to get fouled? Should I lay it up? Should I dunk it? I wish I had that problem. I wonder if I was going to dunk it
I just
or
have
not.
to lay it up.
I think I'll just go with the layup. I don't want to embarrass anybody or anything.
3-point lead again for Providence. Swung around. Martin had almost a steal. He knocked it out of bounds right in front of the Tampa Prep bench, and it will be Terrapin's ball.
Yeah, Martin a little mad there that the ref got in his way.
Yeah, you know what? That's something that's just part of the game.
Exactly.
And, you know, it stinks, too, because you want to give the ref a hard time, but it happens. 3, top of the key would tie it. Oh, in and out, no good for Woodside. Loose ball rebound for Green. What a good look for Bernard Woodside. And a foul in the backcourt on Marshall Holmes of Tampa Prep. His first 4th team foul.
And again, I think that's just a matter of being, in the finals or semifinals. Is just every play's heightened. You want to get after it. You see Tampa Prep communicating by big flashcards. Like that one said 13, so that you usually think 1-3-1 or something like that. 1-3, and that's what. Yeah, that's what it is. 1-3-1.
Well, the backcourt was tipped away. Martin comes up with it. And I'll ask a question about that in a minute. As cross-court pass goes to Allen. Allen misses about a 10-footer in the paint. Loose ball on the floor. We'll have a jump ball possession arrow. We'll give it back to Providence. With the flashcards, though, wouldn't you worry? I mean, I'm sure the other team may not know what it is, but you think a little bit the other team see, oh, well, we saw what that is. Is that a giveaway, or is it something?
Yeah,
do you make the code to where nobody really understands it?
I think it's so unnecessary. Plus, if you're going to go 13, and that's a 1-3-1. Most teams are.
So you knew that.
Yeah, exactly. Or 32, a 3-2 zone. 23, 2-3. So
yeah,
I think you can get caught up too much into trying to be tricky.
Martin misses the 3, but he gets the rebound and drives in and lays it up off the glass.
But communicating by number is a really good strategy for coaching because you have to assume that you're going to play in a game where no one can hear you. So you got to be able to communicate with your hands.
Tyler Martin with 5. It's a 5-point lead. Now Devontae Morgan drives in. His shot was partially blocked. No good. And Providence with a rebound. 41 seconds left now, third quarter. Providence leads it by 5. A low-scoring game here. Tampa Prep only 2 points in the third third quarter, Providence has 9. They were down 2.5. Into Naylor. Naylor around a defender. Has a shot blocked by Grabigui. Gets his own rebound. Drives in and scores.
That's a good job sticking with it, and a good job by Grabigui on the defense there. So that's just good, Final Four basketball right there. Good defense. I'm going to stick with it.
Corner 3 for Holmes is short. Loose ball ends up with Woodside. Back out to Heath now with 8 seconds. Heath looks to drive. Right-handed floater is good. Nice drive by Josh Heath. He has 11.
Seen a lot of that today. That little running one-hander.
Yep. Long half-court shot by Martin is too strong as Heath gets the final basket of the third quarter. But good period for the Providence Stallions. They outscored Tampa Prep there by a score of 11-4, and they take a 5-point lead into the fourth quarter, 34-29. Providence hitting Tampa Prep in our 3A semifinal. We'll return to the Lakeland Center on the FHSAA network in just a moment.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
All right, welcome back to the Lakeland Center as we go to the fourth quarter of this 3A semifinal, our first of 2 3A semifinals tonight here on the FHSAA network. Providence leading Tampa Prep 34-29. Marty Palman along with Coach Will White of Northeast High School in St. Petersburg here courtside at the Lakeland Center. And the defense for the Stallions in that period. They held Tampa Prep to 4 points. Heath had a basket and Grabigui had a basket, and that was it.
Yeah, and Heath, one of those was right there at the very end. So the scary part is you hold them to 4 points, you're still only up 5. That's the neurotic attitude of coaches. You do a great job, but we're still only up 5.
That's right. As we go to the fourth quarter, it'll be Tampa Prep ball, only 2 for 9, 22% for the Terrapins, who now have 10 turnovers. Providence still with only 6 turnovers. They're doing a really good job with the ball, 8 assists. They did shoot only 27% of the period, but 12 offensive rebounds for the Stallions, only 4 for Tampa Prep.
Yeah, and everything's pretty even statistically, except Providence, a few more free throws and a few more rebounds, and that's the difference in the game.
Here's Marshall Holmes, right wing. Now at the free throw line, Levy. Back to Holmes, fakes a 3. He'll drive in, 12-footer, good.
I like that. Too many people try to drive a little too far to the big guys. That's kind of that lost art, that stuff. You've seen their last 2 shots have been that little mid-range jumper, and that's fun to watch. I wish that was more people would do that.
Holmes with 9. It's back to a 3-point Providence lead. They had a 7-point lead there near the end of the third period. That's their largest lead of the game.
Again, you see a flex offense here where you have a baseline cutter.
And Ridley hits the 3 right wing. He rolled out and knocks it down. His 4th 3 of the game. He's got 14.
Very quiet as well. It's, kind of one here, one
First
there.
basket of the second half for him, in fact. 6-point lead again for Providence as we now under 7 minutes to go in the game. Heath into Greg Berlin. Now back out to Josh Heath. Now Heath swings it around to the left baseline. Levy will drive in the middle of the paint, get it off to Berlin. His shot blocked by Naylor, but Naylor picks up his 4th foul, and the Providence team can't believe it. They thought it was a good block for Cameron Naylor, but that is 4, and he did a good job not picking up that 4th foul. He played the whole third quarter with 3, but now he gets the 4th with 6:40 to go in the game.
All right, so now you're sitting here, and you're the Coach Martin, and you have to decide, what minutes are you going to use him. You have to take him out here.
As the free throw missed by Berlin, who was scoreless in the game. He'll get another one.
That was, I try not to do too much, officials criticizing or whatever, but, just watching as a fan or whatever, that was a really tough call right there.
That's a big one, too, as Naylor sits out again with the 4th foul. The second free throw, Berlin hits it, so he hits 1 of 2 for the senior, his first point, and it's a 5-point lead for Providence as Berlin will check out Devontae Morgan back in for the Terrapins.
And Tampa Prep has pressed every time Naylor's went out.
Now a ball into Martin. There is a trap there, and across to Ridley moves across half court. Now Ridley being double teamed, and Jim Martin wants a timeout. Good idea. Luke Ridley was in trouble, and Providence uses the timeout. They have 3 remaining with 6:31 to go. Marty Palman along with Will White here courtside as we look forward to our second game tonight. Mike Radout will join Will White for that game between Sagemont and Shorecrest Prep. And right now, we expect it to be a good game. These 2 teams that combine 57-3. And really, it has been a 2-point lead for Tampa Prep at the half. Providence, though, in the second half, really playing well defensively, rebounding. They've held Tampa Prep so far at only 3 points in the second half.
Yeah, the problem for Providence right now is even though you have the lead, their two big post players, Walker and Naylor, both have 4 fouls. So if you're Coach Fenlon right now, you're really talking about getting the ball inside when you can, get Ribagui a chance there to try to foul the person out, because they're going to play pretty soft defense. As a player, you want to keep on playing, but you don't want to foul out of a semifinal game. So you have a big advantage inside if you can get it there.
Well, here's Adam.
Naylor's still in, both with 4 fouls.
And we'll have a foul underneath, right? Walker and Naylor. Naylor came back in as a foul on Tampa Prep underneath.
Yeah, Providence is playing with their two big post players are both in the game. I thought Walker was coming in for Naylor, but they're still both in there, number 33 and number 5 for Providence. So be interesting to see what they can get out of them here, or how quickly if they do foul out.
Heath gets his second foul. Both teams with 5 team fouls. Naylor will pull up at the baseline at the side of the backboard, 15 feet. Tampa Prep on the run out. Holmes, a defender, missed the layup. It was a little bit out of control. Grabigui hadn't even traveled on the rebound. And I don't know if Joe Finland's unhappy with Grabigui or the referee.
He's looking at the team. Yeah, he's looking at Grabigui, I think.
Yes, he pulled the rebound down and got harassed a little bit. And it looks like we have a timeout. I didn't see it called. Providence takes the timeout, so they have 2 remaining now with 6:08 to go here in the game. And again, the Stallions kind of everything really going their way. Tampa Prep, the lid's been on the basket the second half. We saw it right there as Holmes had a good look, but he just couldn't get it to go. And my apologies, Tampa Prep has 7 points in the second half. They have 3 in the fourth quarter, but still 7 points now in about 10 minutes. And that's been the story of the second half.
And a lot of times you see a team press, it's for a couple of reasons. Obviously the defense, but sometimes for a lot of situations it's trying to change tempo or become your offense. So Tampa Prep having a tough time scoring in the second half. One of the main reasons I think they are going to a press is just to try to change something up, because they're not really getting much with their half-court offense.
Well, Providence state champs 2 years ago, 2010, defeated Tampa Prep actually to win it that year, 63-46. I mentioned Tampa Prep. Their 4th appearance in a row here in Lakeland. They've been a runner-up 3 times before. Last year a semifinalist, and again a team that just can't quite get over that hump. But 3A, I mean, we've seen how tough this is. And then Sagemont's on the other side. They won 2A last year. They moved up to 3A. And even if these teams win, they might get a look at Sagemont if they can get past Shorecrest Prep later tonight.
Yeah, and you see this, we saw this last week with the girls, but going from 6 classifications to 8, I think it's actually worked out really well. It's given a lot of good teams that maybe just were in really hard regions a chance to come here. But you see, that was interesting, is some teams actually move up classifications, even though they've added some.
And Allen dribbled it out of bounds right in front of us here. Table side, it'll be a Providence turnover. That's only their 7th of the game. And they had 9 assists. That's a good ratio. We don't see a lot of positive assist to turnover ratios. And actually, Tampa Prep, 7 assists, 11 turnovers, 4 assists for Josh Heath, doing a pretty good job as well.
It's been a pretty well-played game. It's low scoring, but that doesn't mean that, a bad game.
Pretty good defense. The shooting percentage not great. There's a 3 left corner. Levy hits it. There you go.
Yeah, right. As soon as you start talking.
That's Ephraim Levy's first basket of the game, and Tampa Prep within 2, 37-35. Now they'll trap it half court. Martin had it taken right away by Morgan. Now Morgan to Marshall Holmes. Holmes will dunk it home. Marshall Holmes ties it up. He is 11, and just like that, we're tied, 37 all.
I could dunk on that, but it was on a Tiny Tots basket.
I could dunk like that about 100 pounds ago as Martin is fouled in the backcourt. Boy, they tried to trap him, and Morgan, I don't know if it's Morgan or Holmes, Morgan not happy. And I think they did get Morgan for the foul. 16 foul, Tampa Prep second on Monte Morgan, and you could tell they thought they had a chance at the steal. Instead, the referee calls a foul.
Yeah, that was, big 3 followed up by a dunk. Obviously, the energy here right now is way up. And you wonder, if the team's waiting for the next game, Shorecrest, from more of the area, if they're kind of rooting for Tampa Prep, maybe get a little bit more of an advantage. But Tampa Prep does have the bigger crowd. Obviously, the geography plays a part in that.
And that's almost thrown away. Holmes had a steal as Allen threw it to him. Holmes lost it out of bounds. And it'll stay with Providence. 4:59 left. We're tied 37 all.
That's very special. You look over there and you see like the big student section.
Standing.
That's fun. That's what it's all about.
Martin will throw it in. Ridley near half court has it. Now off to Grayson Allen. Now Allen around Grabigui. Off to Naylor, almost a travel. Naylor three, top of the key is good. Tampa Prep fans thought it was. Naylor's first three. He has 13, and Providence back up by 3. What do you think, Coach? Look, may have been a travel.
They got away with one there. If the other ones have been travels, that certainly was. But that just sometimes throws a dagger. You just think, if they miss it, no big deal. But it just seems like a lot of times you think there should have been a call, leads to a points, and just really frustrates you.
Here's Heath, fakes the 3. Now he'll drive in, up and under, makes it, lays it in. Boy, nice move by Josh Heath, who has 13. And Tampa Prep back within 140-39. The junior Josh Heath, the leading scorer for the Terrapins. Naylor at half court. Now ahead to Ridley, underneath to Walker, who waited for the defense. I think Grabigui blocked the shot.
Yeah, that was a good job. Usually you see a foul on something like that, but Grabigui did a really good job of going for the ball and not trying to go through the defender or the offensive player.
Morgan, his shot rejected that time by Ridley. Here comes Allen. He gets between 2 defenders, and Allen will dunk it home with the 2 hands. Well, that was a nice move in between the 2 defenders.
Split the defenders at half court and finish with a 2-hand dunk. That's nice. And again, only a sophomore.
Allen with 8. Providence up 3, 42-39. Levy for 2 on the baseline. No good from 18. Grabigui had it. Now it's tied up. Grabigui, now they're going to call a foul. Boy, I'm surprised they didn't call a jump ball. Looked like they were tied up for a while. But instead, they'll get a foul on Providence on the rebound. 16 foul on the Stallions. Both teams with 16 fouls.
Yeah, you're right. I thought that they were going to call a jump ball there. But again, going up strong, they give them the ball on the baseline.
Well, they'll get the ball on the baseline. It's both teams with 6 fouls, so not a shooting foul. Ridley gets his second personal, and that'll bring us to our fourth quarter media timeout. 3:33 to go. Providence leads Tampa Prep 42-39. And Coach, we sat here on Saturday and we had a championship game come right down to the wire between Sebastian River and Haines City. We're seeing another good one today. What if you're Jim Martin and Joe Finland, what are you telling your team here in this last media timeout of the fourth quarter?
Yeah, still stay composed, stay within yourself. Don't go outside of the things that you do well. You don't have to try to win it all by yourself. You know, do the things that you do well. And also, if I am Coach Finland for Tampa Prep, we got all 5 timeouts left. So really be conscious of if you feel like you're trapped or you feel like you're in trouble, you feel yourself getting out of, call that timeout because you got plenty of them there. And like you always say, you can't take them with you.
Yeah, we saw that in our first game today. Is Union County did not use a timeout in the 1A semifinal till 4 seconds left. But, I mean, it was good. They were trying to ice the free throw shooter. But, hey, you know, sometimes you don't really need to use them. I mean, this game, Tampa Prep struggled, but they've kind of been in the flow when it's kind of hard to take a timeout. And so far, Joe Finland hasn't used it, but you said at least you have them down the stretch, whereas Providence now down to 2. In a close game like this, who knows when you're going to need them.
Yeah. Plus, with the media timeouts, that's basically 4 extra timeouts a game.
That you don't have in a normal game.
Right. So that actually helps.
All right, so it'll be Josh Heath to inbound for Tampa Prep.
As 11 of 19 3-point shooting combined, the 2 teams
Yeah,
today.
both teams doing well. There's a 2 by Holmes, no good, and there's Martin with a rebound.
But from 2, struggling.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, you would think, of course, it'd be the opposite.
And what do we have? A foul on Tampa Prep as Allen now limping a bit right in front of us. And who did they get? That's the 3rd on Devontae Morgan. 17 foul on Tampa Prep, so a 1-and-1 for Providence the rest of the way. And Tyler Martin will shoot the 1-and-1. Martin with 5 points. And you're right, Tampa Prep is 5 of 9 from 3-point range, 10 of 20 overall. Not bad. They're shooting. But for Providence, 6 of 10 from 3-point range. They are 8 of 34 outside 3-point range.
Yeah, that makes it tough.
But they're still winning the game as Martin hits the first free throw. He has 6. And the second one is good. He rolls it in. 7 for Tyler Martin, who...
That's been a big advantage as well as Providence. I think that makes them, 10 of 12 now maybe, and Tampa Prep's been, 4 of 12.
Yeah, 10 of 12 as Martin's an 82% free throw shooter. He gives Providence a 5-point lead. And again, Providence takes a timeout. 3:15 to go. They have 1 remaining, but they have a 5-point lead, 44-39.
Yeah, I'd be careful with it. You know, that was a timeout there. I'm not sure what they're trying to set something up, but, you know, you definitely, close games want to save your timeouts when they're in that situation. Tampa Prep has the ones to burn.
Marty Paulman, that's the coach of Northeast High School in St. Pete. You're hearing from Will White, formerly the coach at Boca Ciega, high school in Gulfport, who made a few trips here, 3 in fact in a row, to the girls basketball finals here in Lakeland. One time a finalist. Just ran into a coach who's won 800 games, Marcia Pender there at Dillard High School. Just won their 3rd straight state title last week.
Yeah, that was fun watching that game, and just imagine that, 800 games. That's coaching for almost 3 years straight, winning a game every day, if you think about it.
It's amazing here.
Pushing 1,000 wins, that's just, there's no word to describe.
All right, inbounds pass goes to Heath. Now Heath off to Holmes.
Little globetrotter here, a little 3-man weave.
Josh Heath. Now around Martin, got bumped, no call. Will pull up and knock in the jumper from 12 feet. And there's Joe Finland taking his first time out as Heath has 15, and it's a 3-point lead with 2:56 left. And Tampa Prep now with 4 timeouts remaining as they use that first timeout.
That was good body control there. He did get bumped a little bit, but just played right through it. Didn't worry about it, didn't complain or whatever, kept his composure, nice little pull-up. Like we've been talking about, that mid-range jumper that's kind of lost in the game recently. We've seen quite a few of those today, so that's nice. I'm real impressed with Heath's game.
This was a 34-29 Providence lead going into the 4th quarter, so Tampa Prep only scored 4 points in the 3rd quarter. It's 12 here in the 4th, so they have picked it up, but they still trail it by 3. It will be Providence ball as we have 2:56 left. The winner of this game will play the winner of the Sagemont Shorecrest Prep game coming up in our second 3A semifinal. The 3A state championship game will be Thursday morning at 10:05 a.m.
Yeah, just a man press here, so you just want to clear out because then they can't really double team. If you hang around too long, then somebody can double off of their defender.
Martin across half court, now to Allen. Allen gets it into Naylor. Naylor between defenders, missed the shot, but he's fouled. Cameron Naylor will shoot 2 more, and again, Naylor playing with 4 fouls, very aggressive to the basket.
Yeah, Allen's playing through a hurt ankle there, I think, as well. He's kind of grimacing there in half court.
Him limping earlier as the foul goes on Adonis Squirbigui, his 3rd. That's 18 fouls on Tampa Prep. This will be 2 free throws for Naylor, who today is 4 of 6 at the line, has 13 points.
You see both teams with a plethora of assistant coaches as well. We talked about that before. You kind of get as much help as you can, and both teams have quite a few help. Almost looks like a college. You see a college game, and you see 6, 7, 8 guys in suits.
14 now for Naylor as he hits the free throw. 4-point Providence lead. And the second free throw is also straight through. Good-looking shots from Naylor, who came in shooting 76%. Providence, a pretty good free throw shooting team, has a 5-point lead. Naylor now with 15 points. Heath almost lost it. Turnaround fadeaway is short. Not a great shot attempt maybe for the free throw line. Rebounded by Naylor. Now to Martin. Martin had it taken away, but a foul in the backcourt as Morgan tried to pick it up. That's the 4th on Devontae Morgan. Now 19 fouls, and now 1 more foul, and Providence will shoot 2 the rest of the way with 2:26 left.
Again, that's Morgan's, this is his 4th Final Four, no championship, so you know it means a lot to him. So you see him getting a little outside of himself like he did there a little bit. You just know he's starting to feel that pressure a little bit. It's one of those things, it's kind of like Buffalo Bills in football back in the day. You keep getting there, and the pressure kind of builds because you just want to get over that hump so bad.
Tyler Martin hits the first of the 1-and-1. He has 8 points. And again, it kind of shows you, and I asked you this too, you made it 3 times, how tough it is to get here.
Yeah, there's so much. You look at a lot of those, I know a couple of those we had overtime wins to get there. There's just so much competition. Tampa Prep winning by 1 in the regional finals. It's tough even just to get here. And then when you do, not to pull one out, it makes it tough.
Holmes with a spin move. He misses the left-handed layup, but he's fouled. Boy, he kind of came out of nowhere on the left wing. And Marshall Holmes going to shoot 2.
Yeah, what's interesting about that, since he is shooting 2, they were going to give him that if it went in, and I almost thought that would have been a little kind of NBA continuation-esque, but it didn't go in.
3rd foul on Luke Ridley, now 17 fouls on Providence. 2 free throws now for Holmes, and the first free throw is short. Holmes today, his first free throw attempt, he has 11 points, but now Tampa Prep's in the 1-and-1 with 2:13 left. Second free throw here for Marshall. The Providence fans chanting Marshall, and he missed both.
Hey,
that'll make him happy.
Whatever works. That kind of, you get this. Sometimes you get this college feel to the Final Four here because you do get a little bit more interaction there. So sounds very much like what you'd hear in a college.
So Providence with the ball up 6. Now 2 minutes to go. Allen lost it and fell down on the floor. Now on a run out, Tampa Prep. Holmes, boy, he tried too much there. Did a little too much. He threw it off the rim, waited for his teammates, and Heath will commit the foul.
Frustration
foul. Joe Finland really wanted that. That's the 10th team foul on Tampa Prep, and boy, Heath just reached in and got it, and Providence will shoot 2 free throws with 1:51 to go for the rest of the game.
I know Providence wanted that call there right there, and sometimes you just never know. That seemed like an incidental trip. Sometimes they'll give you that, sometimes they didn't. Allen went down pretty hard, and again, he's had a really great game, and but that was a good no call.
Ridley at the line. The first free throw is short. Ridley with 14 points is 2 for 3 now at the free throw line. Free throw here will make it 3 possessions again with 1:51 to go. So a lot of time still remaining, and Tampa Prep still has 4 timeouts, so still a chance for the Terrapins.
Absolutely. You can go possession by possession. Use a timeout on a score, ice free throws, whatever you need to do there.
Really missed the second free throw. They had a lane violation on Tampa Prep. Now, was that outside the...
That's the wrong call, because actually you can be below the top of the key. You can't be below the free throw line.
Oh, see, I didn't realize that. I'm glad you said that. I didn't realize you had to set up.
Yeah, it's a free throw line extended on the wing. You can't be any lower than that. So I'm not quite sure. Maybe he was lower than that, but I didn't see. But a lot of people think it's top of the key, but it's not.
Really missed a 3 actually there. Line. 2 officially. Now Morgan underneath to Woodside. He'll lay it in. Bernard Woodside gets his first basket. Timeout, Tampa Preps. Plenty of time to go. 1:40 to go. And 3 timeouts remaining for Tampa Prep. So still plenty of time as Providence missed a couple big free throws there. They've been shooting the free throws well, but that time Luke Ridley missed 2, and it's back to a 4-point game.
Yeah, last couple minute free throws in the state finals, your shooting percentage drops in half, I'd say.
None of nerves at all, right?
Yeah, it's just so hard to replicate pressure. I mean, you can say, hey, let's line up and practice, and if we miss a free throw here, we're going to run a suicide or something like that, but it just doesn't, it's not the same as, hey, I need this to win a state championship. So right now, if you're Providence, you really just want to say, let's take care of the ball. You still got to run an offense. I mean, I think too often you see it's kind of the prevent offense, which, like you see in defense with football, prevent defense, it only prevents you from winning. So you still got to attack and play. You just see it too often. The momentum goes the other way because the offense takes the air out of the ball a little too soon.
Yeah, that was always the story I had. The prevent defense just prevents you from winning. I like that's pretty much the way it works. All right, Providence up 4. Trapped by Tampa Prep as Ridley is double teamed. Cross-court pass to Allen. Now Allen on a run out. Allen will pull up, had it knocked away, stolen by Tampa Prep. Here goes Morgan the other way, up and under. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled, and Morgan's going to shoot 2. So here we go.
Allen a little indecisive there. You can almost see him coming across half court. Like, do I stop and set something up? Do I attack? And he kind of did the classic in between, and that ended up costing him. And give the Tampa good credit there for playing good defense, just getting a hand on top of the ball.
First personal on Tyler Martin, 8th team foul on Providence, and Morgan at the line, and he hits the free throw. Morgan with 7, and it's now a 3-point lead again, 47-44.
Of anybody on the court, he should feel the least amount of pressure. This should be a home court for him, being a 4th time here.
And the second free throw good as well, so he hits both. 3 for 4 at the line for Morgan. He has 8 points, and it's a 2-point lead. So it's 7 just a minute ago. And then almost turned over. Oh, but a foul. Devontae Morgan is fouled out.
That's his 5th.
And it looked like the ball was off Naylor's hands. Would have been a turnover to the Terrapins, and instead the senior Devontae Morgan might be playing his last game. Tampa Prep wins, it won't be, but he fouls out of the semifinal game with 8 points.
And I do think that was the right call. Naylor was up in the air, and it looked like Morgan had his hands on him and pushed him just enough where kind of undercut him and didn't allow him to catch the ball, so it did really impact the play.
So at the line, it'll be Cameron Naylor to shoot 2. Naylor today, 6 for 8 at the line, has 15 points. 1:21 to go. And again, Morgan will foul it with 8 points. 47-45, Providence by 2. We got another game coming up tonight still.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one with Shorecrest and Sagemont.
This one's still down to the wire. Plenty of time remaining for both teams as Naylor hits the free throw. 16 for Cameron Naylor, 13 in the second half, playing with 4 fouls most of this fourth quarter, and Providence leads it again by 3, 48-45.
Yeah, I think Fullerton there for Tampa Prep was trying to talk to Naylor there a little bit, and officials said, no, we're not going to have any of that.
Second free throw is no good. Rebounded by Tampa Prep. They can tie with a 3 or cut it to 1. Plenty of time to go. Heath, top of the key. Now to Levy, back to Heath. Heath being guarded by Grayson Allen. Heath tries to run around a screen. Up and under, moves to the hoop, and misses the shot underneath. Rebounded by Naylor. Heath tries to take it away from Naylor. Naylor trying to get out of there. Now gets it ahead to Allen.
Look up.
Well, you saw it, didn't you, Coach? Missing the layup is Walker.
No.
Oh, and a foul on Providence.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, man, you and I, everyone in the Lakeland Center saw Wyatt Walker wide open. He somehow missed the layup.
Yeah, it seemed like, again, that indecisive. Should I lay it up or dunk it? And what it's doubly worse is that not only did he miss it, but then they get the foul. So instead of being up 5, possibly, now you have a chance to be up 1, all in one possession, 1 second difference. Tyler Martin gets his second foul, 9th team foul on Providence. 53.3 to go. The 1-and-1 is first free throw good for Ephraim Levy, who has 4 points, and it is a 2-point lead. Well, he had a nice stroke right there. He's only a 46% free throw shooter, but stepped up nice for the first one. And he misses the second. Naylor with a rebound. Now, Tampa Prep, how long do you play defense before you foul here? Is Martin? Oh, I think you could play all the way to about 20 seconds or so. It's plenty of time. Really? Oh, he traveled right in front of us. Really was trying to keep her going out of bounds, and he called for the travel. Never mind. You play good defense. There you go. You got plenty of time. 2-point. You just definitely don't want to give him free throws. Just foul him just so they can get there. Make him earn it there a little bit. And right there, he got on that sideline. Providence still had a timeout. That might have been a good chance to kind of use that, save the possession. Heath to Levy. 2-point game to Heath. But Tampa Prep fans won a 3. Heath had it knocked away by Martin. Gets it back. Now Heath back from Fullerton, and Joe Finland uses the timeout. Yeah, you try to get that down there. You kind of see they really won't get anywhere. The defense is on top of it. And again, that big advantage of coming into a late, close game with so many free throws. Tampa Prep being able to set lots of things up. So with 27 seconds to go, Tampa Prep 2 timeouts remaining. Providence with 1. It's a 48-46 lead for Providence. Possession arrow points towards the Providence Stallions. And again, Providence looked like they were starting to pull away a little bit. Tampa Prep's made a nice run. In fact, Tampa Prep scored 17 points here in the fourth quarter. Providence with 14. So this is the highest scoring period we've had for either team today, as Tampa Prep only scored 4 in the third quarter. But again, that layup for Walker would have given Providence a 5-point lead. That's the play both teams will come back and look upon. If Tampa Prep wins or Providence loses, they're going to come back to here. If I was really Finland, I'd be looking at doing some sort of 2-man game with Heath and Rabigui, either on the side wing and the block, or a little high-low. Heath will inbound it to Levy, then Heath will take it back now with 25 seconds. There you go, right there. Now trying to get around Allen. Heath top of the key. Heath looking for some room, drives up and under. Oh, he's fouled. A lot of contact. Allen going to get the foul. Yeah, that's not actually a bad foul. Heath kind of had him going there. He's going in pretty strong. And you came in. What I really like about Allen, he's got a really good basketball acumen, is that when he went for that foul there, he made sure Heath did not get the ball to the basket. Really came across both arms, said, hey, make you earn it here. Josh Heath, a 68% free throw shooter, is 1 for 2 at the line today. Could tie it with 2, and there's the first one. And here's a basketball decision for Coach Martin: is do you use that timeout to kind of ice him, or do you want to use it here in when you get the ball? And he's not going to ice him. Yep. Heath's second free throw, boy, he nailed them both. That looked good on both. 17 for Heath, retied. 16.5 to go. Inbounds pass to Allen. Now to Martin. Again, a trap by Tampa Prep. Martin back to Allen. Allen with 8 seconds, with 7, with 6. Providence not going to use a timeout. Almost thrown away. Martin to Ridley. Ridley got it underneath to a shot. Oh, good look. No good. And we're going to overtime. Overtime. First overtime game we've had in last 2 weeks of basketball. Tampa Prep and Providence heading to overtime. Boy, Jaleel Green got a good look there
on the baseline from about 10 feet. He couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, I really like the call there. A lot of people maybe at home asking if Providence maybe should have used the timeout right there to set up a play. But I think more times than not, if you just let it happen, now even though the result didn't turn out, you got the shot you wanted. You got a 2-foot shot right at the basket to win the game. So it worked out. You know, the play worked out, even though the result wasn't there. That was the right call to just kind of let him play through it.
Well, Coach, we got a little extra basketball. This has been such a good game. Let's play some more.
Yeah, we've been saying this the whole game, even since the beginning, that it did seem like both teams were pretty well, even in most aspects of the game. So it wouldn't have surprised us to have a close one. But, overtime, so you kind of get to reset yourself.
And we will go to overtime. Tampa Prep in Providence in our first 3A semifinal, 48-48. We'll play 4 minutes in overtime.
Used to be 2. Long time ago.
Used to be 2 minutes. Wow.
Used to be 2 minutes.
Boy, that's quick.
Yeah, that was a little too quick, and I think they started to see it just kind of would go on and on and on because people would kind of end up trying to stall for the last minute, so then they went to 4, and that seems to work out. That's about right.
So this is our first overtime game of the boys' finals. We didn't have any overtime games in the girls' finals last week, so again, our first overtime period.
I thought we might see a game winner there, like we saw. Was it FAMU hit a 3-pointer to win?
FAMU in the girls' semifinals of the final defeated Hollywood Christian to win the state title in 2A.
So we thought we might have had a little situation like that right there, but that ball was in and out. Give Heath a lot of credit. He was out of position. Their point guard's guarding on the block, but he held his ground really well, and a good no call right there.
So the jump between Grabigui and Naylor is eventually won by Tampa Prep. Tampa Prep shooting 43%, Providence at 30%. Both teams still combined 11 for 19 from three-point range. Tampa Prep 9 of 20 at the line. Providence 14 for 20. Rebounds 36-27 for Providence, who has 10 assists, 12 turnovers. Tampa Prep with 10 assists and 11 turnovers.
Yeah, the Tampa Prep kind of holding it out there, making them see if they're going to come out and play some pressure. It's just the strategy there. If you don't mind it being a 2-minute game, let them hold it out. But if you'd prefer to kind of keep it going, then go pressure them a little bit. But you just can't give up layups.
Cross court to Holmes, who pulled it back out, then tried to throw one up. It's no good. Boy, ball on the floor. Naylor and Grabigui fighting for it. And the jump ball is called. Possession arrow back to Providence. 3:19 to go in the first overtime.
Yeah, Providence has had trouble with Tampa's press that fourth quarter, so they didn't really seem like they needed to attack it. You always have to attack a press. They kind of did a pretty good job getting the ball to the middle and then just didn't really know what to do with it.
Now both teams get a timeout in the overtime, so Tampa Prep has 3, Providence with 2 now as the cross-court pass goes to Ridley. Now Ridley, to Martin, but it taken away by Marshall Holmes. Now loose ball on the floor. They fight for it. And did we get a timeout? Providence. Nope. What do we have? Timeout Tampa Prep? Confused. They were pointing towards Providence. I thought Tampa Prep had the ball.
Tampa Prep had the ball.
Excuse me.
Timeout Tampa Prep. And that's one of those things, that play right there, that you're starting to see of that. The one thing we talked last week that I thought that they should look at is the jump on. Like right there, Tampa clearly had the ball. The guy jumps on him, tries to reach around to get the jump on. Oftentimes you'll see them call that a jump ball or nothing, but I mean, you're literally jumping on somebody to get the ball.
Well, Tampa Prep now with 2 timeouts remaining. They do get the timeout. Providence also with 2. We have 3:03 to go in the overtime period. First overtime. We'll see how many we have. It's 48 all. As through the first 4 quarters, Tampa Prep led in scoring by Josh Heath with 17 points. Marshall Holmes also with 11. Devontae Morgan fouled out with 8 points. They don't have him for this overtime. 5 points for Adonis Grabigui, 4 for Ephraim Levy, 2 for Bernard Woodside, 1 point for Greg Berlin. On the Providence side, 16 points for Cameron Naylor. Does have 4 fouls, 14 for Luke Ridley, 8 points for Tyler Martin, 8 also for Grayson Allen, and 2 points for Wyatt Walker, who also has 4 fouls. So 2 Providence players on the court with 4 fouls. And we did see Tampa Prep have a player foul out, and Devontae Morgan. Again, both teams are over the 10-foul limit, so it's 2 free throws for either team. Possession arrow now towards Tampa Prep.
3 of Providence players have played the entire game, so Tampa has rotated a little bit more, so they should be a little bit fresher.
I think we've only seen 1 player off the bench. That's Green the entire night.
Yeah, that's usually been for foul troubles.
Yeah, he came in for both Walker and for Cameron Naylor. So here comes Josh Heath driving in. Now cross-court pass for Woodside. Ends up in the hands of Levy in the baseline. Now back to Holmes left wing. Now to Heath. Heath being guarded by Tyler Martin. Now Heath around Martin to the top of the key. Now looks to drive again. Now to Levy. 18-footer right baseline, no good. Rebound fought for, and it's won by Gerbigwe. Gerbigwe had it taken away and ends up in the hands of Levy, who lays it in. Levy got the loose ball and put it in. He has 6, and Tampa Prep takes a 2-point lead.
Yeah, he only averages 5 points a game, so that was a big shot for them, big lift.
Martin across half court. Again, that trap almost works. Allen, right-handed floater, is short. Loose ball fought for, and it's won by Josh Heath.
Yeah, Allen's attacked the basket really well tonight. He just ended up being a little short on most of his shots, it seems.
So under 2 minutes now in the overtime. Tampa Prep with a 2-point lead in the ball. Heath, now to Holmes. Holmes to Gerbigwe. Now back to Levy. Levy underneath to Heath. Heath, reverse layup, up and under, lays it in. Nice move by Josh Heath.
Good use of his body right there.
19 for Heath. It's a 4-point Tampa Prep lead, and Jim Martin will use a timeout as all of a sudden Providence, who at one point led 47-40, has kind of been pressured into some turnovers. They can't get the offense going to Tampa Prep with a 4-point lead in the overtime period.
Yeah, so if you coach Martin right there, you just really want to just, really, you got to start attacking the press a little bit and just tell people to keep his composure, but they just actually need to hit a couple of shots. They're not getting some bad shots. Obviously, the shot at the end of regulation, and then Allen right there getting close to the basket. Just got to finish a couple of those. I'm going to have to get a stop on defense.
So a 4-point lead for the Tampa Prep Terrapins. Providence with 1 timeout remaining. And what a game we've had. And again, coming in, Tampa Prep 29-1, Providence 28-2. Both teams combined 57-3 on the season, and we've seen what you would expect about two teams that have only lost 3 games. Either one wants to lose.
And we still come back to that missed layup dunk by Walker, and then a foul there at the end of the regulation that just ended up really turning that tide.
That would have made it a 5-point lead for Providence, and who knows, that may have been enough as they end up going to overtime. So Tyler Martin will inbound for the Stallions. 1:38 to go in overtime. Providence Stallions out of Jacksonville, looking for their 2nd state title in 3 years. They won in 2010 in Class 2A. Tampa Prep looking for their 1st state boys basketball title. Martin across half court. Now to the right wing. Now in trouble. Knock out to Ridley. Or pardon me, to Allen. Allen to the left wing to Ridley. Now to Allen. Allen is fouled right in by the free throw line. So 2 free throws coming up for Grayson Allen. Holmes picks up his 2nd foul. And at the line is Grayson Allen, who is 2 for 2 at the line today, has 8 points.
You kind of see them doing some offense-defense with Green getting ready to come in here.
Free throw rolls all the way around and in for Allen, who has 9. And it's 52-49. Out of the game comes Walker, back in Jaleel Green.
Yeah, trying to protect him with his 4 fouls. When I say offense-defense is that you try to bring in somebody just to play defense, and if you get the ball back, you bring in your offensive player. And you usually do that if you have somebody, one of your better offensive players that's in foul trouble. Allen
hits both. He has 10, and Providence back within 2, 52-50. Now Josh Heath across half court. Cross court to Marshall Holmes. Now Holmes back to Heath. Heath and Holmes just going back and forth in their half court. Under a minute to go. Providence played straight up defense right now.
Yeah, you don't have to. You need to pressure it there a little bit more, but you're still not looking to foul or anything.
Gerbigwe had it open and missed the layup underneath the basket, but the loose ball ends up with Bernard Woodside, and Joe Finland takes timeout.
Yeah, that's a big rebound right there. You know, that miss, getting the ball back.
44.8 seconds left. Tampa Prep now with 1 timeout remaining. Both teams with 1 timeout to go, and it will be Terrapins ball.
If you're Coach Finland here, yeah, usually start saying that, and we talked about this last week as well, is you kind of go red light, green light, yellow, or red light, green light, yellow on your offense. And it depends on what you want. Are you going to tell your team just to play it out? Or are you going to say, hey, look, we're going to try to take some time out, but if we see a good look, are we going to take it? And that's just, every coach is going to be a little bit different on what they're trying to do here.
Well, that time they let Tampa Prep play for a while, and then Heath had Gerbigwe open. He tried to do a reverse layup at the bottom of the basket, but the loose ball comes up in the hands of Woodside. Bernard Woodside coming off the bench, able to come up with it. So Tampa Prep will have the ball possession arrow points towards the Tampa Prep Terrapins. Again, both teams over the 10-foul limit. And we have 44.8 seconds to go in overtime. Marty Palmer along with the coach Will White. Will White from Northeast High School in St. Petersburg joining me here. And we've had a lot of fun. Big ball game in 3A. And Coach White will be here for the next game as well, along with Mike Rideout. So stay tuned for that here on the FHSAA Network. And tomorrow, 4 more games. The 1A and 2A state championship games and the 4A semifinals tomorrow night here from the Lakeland Center. Ooh, inbounds past the Woodside. Almost went over the half-court line and into Heath. And Heath is fouled.
Coach
Jim Martin didn't want that foul.
Yeah, he didn't want it, or he didn't. But anytime you come from behind and you come that aggressive for the ball, they're going to call a foul.
So third foul on Grayson Allen, and now a pretty good free throw shooter at the line, and Josh Heath, who has 19 points. First free throw, no good. So so far it's working.
Yeah, it really is. I don't think it's easy to make these free throws at home when you're just sitting around, but that pressure of a Final Four free throws, it's really hard to explain how difficult those are.
And he misses both. But the loose ball ends up with Woodside again.
That's the second time in a row.
Woodside in trouble, not a Grabigui. Now back to Holmes, and again Providence is going to need to foul. Ooh, a lot of contact at half court. And we will have a foul as Allen again limping. I think Allen picks up his 4th. He does. As Marshall Holmes went sprawling down to the ground.
Yeah, Coach Finland over there asking for intentional, because if you were watching there, it's pretty obvious that they were trying to foul who's number 25?
Marshall Holmes. And I guess the reason is
58%.
Yeah, he's the worst free throw shooter on this team. Well, he's going to have to shoot 2 here.
And a sophomore.
And the free throw is good. What do you know? He rolls it in.
See, that's why these stats, free throw percentages and stuff, he's shooting closer to 70%, struggling, and then here you have your worst free throw shooter just stepping up saying, hey, coach, I got you, no big deal.
Well, the big story there is another loose ball rebound. That was 2 in a row for Tampa Prep, leading to the free throw, and he hits them both. Well, that strategy backfires. Holmes with 13. It's a 4-point lead. Under 30 seconds to go. Tampa Prep up 4. Naylor had it knocked away. We'll pick it up now in front of our table. Cross-court pass to Ridley, or to Allen. Allen will pull up from 12 feet. No good. And a foul on Providence over the back. And Josh Heath pumps his fist there, as now 2 more free throws for Tampa Prep with 17.9 seconds to go. The foul is on Luke Ridley, his 4th. But now 2 big free throws coming up for the Terrapins.
Yeah, he was really pushing out there and trying to get position for the call there. And in Tampa, it's going to come back to those 2 offensive rebounds that they got there, like you were saying, keeping the ball in line, getting the ball back, which allowed them to get more chances at the free throw line.
Free throw good for Heath. Just missed 2 a minute ago. Makes that one 20 for Josh Heath. It's a 5-point lead, 55-50 for Tampa Prep. And now the Tampa Prep students and fans starting to feel it on their side, as that free throw is good as well.
Well, they're well trained. They were sitting down during the free throw, being all quiet.
And pass tipped, and it's on the floor. Woodside has it, and now Tampa Prep they call a timeout, as they were a little bit out of control, with 10.9 to go. Tampa Prep up 6 with the ball, and now it looks like the Terrapins might be able to reverse that semifinal jinx of a year ago, get back to the championship game, which they were in 2 years ago, and also get some revenge on Providence, who beat them for the state championship 2 years ago as well.
Yeah, all those storylines come back to the surface here, and again, give Tampa credit, because they really thought that they did a good job keeping the ball in line, and I do think their depth ended up helping them a little bit. Providence seemed to kind of run out of gas there a little bit at the end, trying to play 36 minutes. It's real difficult.
10.9 seconds to go. This game was 48 all going into overtime. Providence only with 2 points, both at the free throw line by Allen. No field goals. It kind of looks like Providence is tired out a bit here. Tampa Prep's pressure really is at the end of the 4th quarter and overtime. You kind of look just tired, worn out.
Yeah, like you said, only
they're not very deep.
Rotation. When you only get one person in there, it really is really difficult to kind of stay fresh when the other team's playing more 7, 8 people.
And Tampa Prep has played 7 players have scored. And Fullerton has played, so 8 players tonight in for the Terrapins. Heath will throw it into Woodside, who lost it. And now coming out of nowhere is Holmes. He picks it up. Holmes dribbles towards half court. Providence not going to foul. then the game is going to end. Holmes didn't want to go over the half-court line, and he almost put his hand on the ground, but Tampa Prep celebrates a come-from-behind win. They led in the first quarter at the half, but they had to come back in the fourth quarter down as many as 7, and Tampa Prep gets it done. Our final in this 3A semifinal, Tampa Prep 56 and Jacksonville Providence 50. Tampa Prep at 30-1 will play for the 3A state championship coming up on Thursday morning. All right, and again, a reminder, if you'd like to buy a DVD of this great game or any game of the 2012 FHSAA basketball finals, go to FHSAAsports.com. That's FHSAAsports.com. Coach White, good to work with you again. I'll see you on Saturday, and stay tuned. You'll be here with Mike Rideout. Shorecrest Prep and Sagemont coming up in our second 3A semifinal. For now, our final in this 3A semifinal, Tampa Prep Terrapins 56 to Providence Stallions 50 in overtime. For Will White, I'm Marty Pullman saying so long from the Lakeland Center. Stay tuned for more action coming up soon here on the FHSAA Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.